Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Mallett Weekend Review. I'm Tyler. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you. Hope your week was great and your weekend is even better. Let's get into the show today. So as always, we'd like to start with $500 discount to healthcare workers, educators, military personnel, and first responders. We love what you guys do. We're so appreciative. Thank you so much. If you're going to be purchasing a Mallett building, please make sure to let us know you fall into one of these categories, and we will make sure to give you your $500 discount towards your building. Speaking of discounts, Tiger Cash. If you comment cash on a live video like this, we will give you $1,000 off your signature or elite building. Just let us know you did that. We're going to try and keep watching. But let us know when you get to that point and you will get the $1,000 off. This does not apply to specials or promotions. This is going to be regular priced buildings. Again, we've had some confusion in the past. Just want to clear that up. Regular price buildings only, no specials or promotions. Comment cash. And again, if you fall into one of these categories and you comment cash, you also get the additional $1,000 off, making it a $1,500 discount. And who doesn't love free money? Moving right along, where's Mallett this week? This is one of the old things. Oh well, we saw Where's Mallett this week throughout the week. We're in over 50 places currently this week building, and that's amazing. I don't know anyone else who can keep up with that kind of load. Mallett just knows what we're up to, and we have the people to do it and the quality behind it, so that's always fun. Specials and promotions. I just confirmed we have 2 of these pellet grills left. My buddy's got one of these. Mr. Trent's got one of these. These things are awesome, these pit bosses, and I've never used the battery powered one, but I could imagine this is fun for camping, outdoors, and all that cool stuff. So as well as that, you get a $200 gift card to Academy. So if grilling on the pit boss isn't your thing, you can send it to me. I'll take it, don't worry, I love to cook, and you can keep the $200 gift card. I think that's a fair trade. Or you can keep it for yourself. It's yours to do whatever you want with, because this is what you get if you purchase an elite building before the end of September. I believe that day is Tuesday the 30th. So if you go under contract for an elite building before the 30th, you can have a pit boss and a $200 Academy Sports and Outdoors gift card. How cool is that? So the classic buildings, fun fact, there's going to be a new classic coming up here soon. Stay tuned for that. There's also a new elite. We'll get to that here soon. But 30 by 30 by 12, 30 by 50 by 12, and 40 by 60 by 12, ranging from $19,999 to $46,999. And as always, it comes with the Mallett standard. One 10 by 10 roll-up door, 36-inch wide walk-through door, 4,000 PSI concrete slab, microfiber reinforced, I might add. 4-year workmanship warranty, 130-mile-an-hour wind rating, 26-gauge metal. Guys, if you watch the show, you've heard all this already, and if not, please be sure to check out the previous lives for this additional information, but check out these prices. For a building that size and a Mallett quality, that's pretty amazing. Gotta be impressed with that. 26 years of business, Louisiana, Texas licensed engineer on staff, all the cool stuff we have here at Mallett. And I always like to point this out because number one, kiln-dried, MCA ground-treated lumber is all we use. You will never have white wood, which means we will help prevent termites and wood-destroying insects. Trust me, we're here in the South. Those are difficult things to deal with. Mr. Tim, happy Friday to you. And Bailey, thank you so much for commenting. Moving right along, we have our elite 30 by 50, 40 by 50, 40 by 60. You may notice I missed the last number. That's because for this special only, you can interchange the height of your building. So you can get a 30 by 50 by 16, 30 by 50 by 12, 30 by 50 by 14, all for $43,998. You could also do the same with the 40 by 50 and the 40 by 60, ranging from $53,950 to $61,598. And with the elite, it's the step up from the classic. Actually, it's step up from the classic is the signature. Then you have the elite. So this is the top of the top, the best in the business, the best building in the country, as we like to say, because it's true. And that's going to come with the Mallett features for the elite. Let's talk about those. Again, number one, MCA treated kiln-dried lumber, MCA treated, engineered 2x8 scissor trusses, 512 roof pitch, 6-inch on the elite, microfiber reinforced concrete slab, which is 4,000 PSI, with control joists and a moisture barrier. So that's amazing. And the Mallett cable lock system, this was formerly our cable retention system, but we are calling it the Mallett cable lock system because it's ours. We may as well call it what it is. And this is that aircraft cable that connects the posts together under the concrete slab with these big old eye bolts, and it keeps everything secure, keeps the updraft from pulling your building away in storms. It's the same reason this building's been through 16 hurricanes and we've never had a hurricane loss in 26 years. So this is a big part of that. As well as two 10 by 10, 12 by 12, or 12 by 14 roll-up doors. You also get your choice of one 12, 14, or 16 foot walk-through door, and insulated roof walls and windows, 4 by 4. All this stuff you hear throughout the week, you guys, on this Mallett building. That's over a $10,000 value for this elite. That's a heck of a deal. Moving right along, the Cajun Oasis. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek just for tuning in on Friday. I know we just added this one, but you're about to have another Cajun Oasis coming up here soon. Stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on the Facebook page coming up. But 20 by 30 by 12, we're gonna have for $29,999. That's gonna be a 3-ton HVAC unit included. You also get, that makes it energy efficient. That also makes it electrical packages included. Installation is there. You're gonna have all the bells and whistles because it is an elite building. We also added a 30 by 50 by 12 because we kept getting questions, can I build it bigger? Yes, 30 by 50 by 12 for $75,000. That's gonna include a 5-ton HVAC unit upgrade, and the electrical package is included in both of these. Guys, that's an awesome deal. And again, you get everything in the elite package, which makes it the best little building you can have, or the best bigger building you can have. You can do whatever you want in these things. It's a great outdoor shop, it's a great gym, it's a great building. Hallie, everything is bigger at Mallett because bigger is better and we do things better here. Mallett Ambassador Program. We love talking about this because we love giving back to the people who give to us, which is you, our customers. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just not joining us, this is the Week in Review. But Mallett Ambassadors, thanks Tyler for the deals. I can't say I made the deals, but I'm sure slinging the deals. So be on the lookout for those. We have 3 different levels. We have the Builder Circle, Premier Circle, and Legacy Club for our ambassadors. We're sending out information on this all the time, you guys. If you have a question, Mr. Tim is one of our most active ambassadors. He is always available to have a conversation. Please reach out to him or give us a call here at Mallett. We'd love to give you more information. I can send you the packet. I can send you all that you have going on. But this just includes things such as gear drops, raffle entries that could be ATVs, trips, high-end gear upgrades, VIP dinners and banquets, recognition on social media, golden tickets, and upgraded from 200 to 400 referral numbers. All this cool stuff. If you want to be an ambassador, again, you have to have purchased a building from Mallett because we want you to know what you're promoting. But let us know if you have any questions about that. We'd love to share with you. This is a program close to our hearts here. So the 5 red flags, going to breeze over these real quick. Things to look for before choosing your builder. How long have they been in business? You can check with the Secretary of State. I'm happy to say here at Mallett, they've been in business almost as long as I've been alive, 26 years and going strong. Are they licensed? Check that at the LSLBC. You can also at the LSLBC check if they have any contractor violations. Here at Mallett, we have none. We're proud to say that. Reviews on the BBB and Google, we have over 600 between the two. That's a lot of reviews. I think that's a lot of reviews. What do you guys think? I think that's a good number. That's a trustworthy thing. You can check that out. Most all of them are good too. Visit the Contractors facility. We have acres and acres and acres here with more buildings going up here all the time because we want to better serve you, the customer, and the community. We have, as Mr. Trent said, we have a roll form plant coming. We have our truss plant. We walked the lot yesterday and we kept walking and walking and walking and walking, and it's a lot of land to cover. We'll post some pictures here soon, but we definitely want you to come check it out. Come visit the facility, tour it out. Come check out the marketing department. Come check out the truss plant. We got a lot going on every single day. We want you to know where you are going to be. Thank you so much, Mr. Tim. Like I said, Mr. Tim is one of our ambassadors. He speaks with potential customers all the time because he had an experience with Mallett that he's happy to share. Thank you, Mr. Tim, for that. I will talk to Jared here soon. Moving right along, why choose Mallett over the competitors? We've been talking about this real quick, but I'm going to talk about what most other companies do. Most other people, I think all of them, are going to be offering 6x6 posts, 2x6 trusses, 2x8 headers, 29 gauge metal for their roof and walls, 1 free walk-through door, and a 40-year, pretty much the manufacturer warranty on that. Here at Mallett, we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, #1 kiln-dried MCH ground-treated lumber, 2x8 scissor trusses, 512 roof pitch because it doesn't just look better, it is better. 2 free roll-up doors, a free roof and wall insulation, 6-inch continuous seamless gutters with gutter brushes, 2 3x5 insulated windows, lifetime warranty against termite rot, rust, and fungal decay. Here's the second slide because we have so much. Continuous ridge vents, 6-inch 4,000 PSI microfiber reinforced slabs with the moisture barrier like we talked about. Zack screws, we have a whole episode on the Zack screws and why they're so amazing. I definitely recommend checking that out. If you want to know where that's at, let me know. We can link it in the description below. Roof and wall metal to screw. This is the Zack screws, all the buildings to the frame. We don't use nails for anything except for tacking, and we go back and screw those in. Remote picture and video monitoring for inspections, engineering. This is the Mallett the Mallett lock system. 145 mile an hour. Mr. Lee kind of teased it throughout the week. This number is probably going to be going up here soon because we've been over engineering for years and we were able to do that. But post pads under every 6x6 post. All metal is screwed to the wood, as I just said. Post protectors, skirt board. We have an apples to apples quotes. We will beat any quote by $1,000 if it is an apples to apples comparison. And on top of that, we'll give you $200 for sending a customer our way. How cool is that? Moving right along, we are here at the Week in Review. Let's talk about what happened Monday with Mr. Darrell, our in-house engineer, not outhouse, but in-house. He loves that joke. I'm gonna keep telling it till someone laughs. So let's go ahead and hear from Mr. Darrell what he had to say Monday.
This research and technology report from 2012,
I love Hallie.
and it says in October 2012, the latest version of the American Society of Agricultural and Biological Engineers engineering practice for the design of shallow post foundations was approved by ANSI, which is the American National Standards Institute. Now, I know that probably sounds boring to you, but you know, our whole world is a competitive market, as I always talk about, and you know, we compete against the steel industry. So there's been steel manuals forever and ever. In fact, I have a copy of my daddy's steel manual that he had at LSU in the 1950s. And my daddy had a real problem with hanging on to things. And so inside his steel manual, it says, if found, please return to the Goalpost Restaurant, which the Goalpost Restaurant was right off of Highland.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darrell, for the information as always. And if you have a question about engineering on a post frame building, please let us know in the comments or join us on live at 4 p.m. every Monday. Darrell is in-house going over all the fun engineering stuff, all the cool stuff, and as he likes to say, all the boring stuff too, because a lot of times that's where the information is. But he's here every Monday, at 4 o'clock on the live. Be sure you tune in and ask your questions there, or send us a message, leave us a comment, however you feel like doing that. We will make sure to respond to those on Monday for Engineer Talk. Moving right along, moving out the way, Tuesday we talked about permits, codes, and contractors, the zoning setbacks and what they mean for your build. A quick review of that real fast. A setback protects neighbors, utilities, and drainage, not just red tape. East Baton Rouge Parish enforces strict setback and drainage requirements before issuing permits. Iberia Parish requires zoning approval and protects utility easements from construction. Ignoring setbacks can cause fines, stop work orders, or even forced demolition. Guys, what is a setback? That is simply how far you have to be on the property line from the road and from utilities, things like that. I had a great explanation from that on Tuesday. Let's go ahead and listen to that now.
Why we call out competitors? Educating the customer. If I don't explain the difference to people, people assume all buildings are the same. They are not. Now, my competitors would like you to believe that. It's not true.
Well, they all say they build a Mallett building.
Yeah, and a lot of them say, well, they got the best quality, we got the best price. They're right about the quality, they're wrong about the price. We have buildings that will outprice them that are better quality every day of the week. We have a price match program, okay? Protecting buyers. Too many folks get burned because they bought the cheaper option without understanding what corners were cut. Very true.
Yeah, if we don't explain that to them.
Transparency. We're not scared to name names. If we know what others are doing wrong, it's only fair to show you side by side. Raising the bar. By pointing out weaknesses in the industry, we force everyone, including us, to stay accountable and better. That makes, look, competition makes everybody better. That's a factual statement, folks.
I don't know about you guys, but I have been very much enjoying Mr. Lee and Mr. Trent tag team in these lives. It's funny. Their barn talk has been absolutely hilarious. The comments there have been very enjoyable for me. It's hard for me to not laugh out loud while they're talking about this and hear me in the background. But this is a little bit about what we talked about Tuesday. If you want more information on that, please check out the live. And if you have any questions, again, let us know. But that was a snippet from Tuesday. I thought that was great. Moving right along to Wednesday. We're not going to have a video for Wednesday, but I am going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what happened Wednesday on the Where's Mallett. We had a closer look at the Mallett process, where we went through step by step of how things are done as usual. We also shared active builds from this week like we normally do, showing customer projects in progress. Every building is unique, tailored to customer needs and site conditions, as we've talked about in the past. Post protectors add a 50-year warranty by shielding post from rot, termites, and soil organisms. Every job site demonstrates Mallett's transparency and reputation. Customers see the quality for themselves. I love the Where's Mallett section. The team is doing a great job on getting that information and putting that on here. We'll have more of that to come. But we also talked about the blind spots on Wednesday and the post-frame engineering. We're going to read a little bit about that. So the playing field, Mr. Lee's been enjoying this blind spot talk. Mallett Buildings employs a licensed civil engineer on staff. You met Darrell a lot every Monday, like I said. Our competitors, they don't have an in-house engineer. Instead, they usually pay $300 to $500 to have an outside engineer rubber stamp drawings, which means you get that cost tacked on to whatever project you are doing. That adds to the cost. If cost is an issue for you, this could help you on that. At first glance, both sets of drawings look engineered, but the reality is it's not the same. Real world example, Rouge Parish. Today's elite buildings design. Our posts are at 9 feet on center. Our engineer reviewed the actual wind load, soil, and spacing requirements. The result of that is we actually ended up having to close the spacing to 8 feet on center to meet the code compliance. This did cost us money, but it kept the building compliant, safe, and to be honest, it kept it incredibly strong, incredibly durable, all while meeting code and keeping the customer safe, insured, and up to standard on everything that had to be done. These are things we do here at Mallett. Our engineers are very hands-on. They make sure everything is up to code, up to standard, and doing well. It's stuff like this that makes our quality better than the rest. So what competitors are doing? Competitors stamp drawings. Posts shown 10 feet apart, trusses shown 5 feet apart. As we just said, our typical spacing is 9 foot unless code requires otherwise. It was 8 foot in the Rouge Parish example. Why? Because they paid for a cheap stamp, not a true calculation. We talked a little bit about calculations and how those can help you from being denied on insurance claims. We're in Louisiana. We've had a lot of hurricanes. We've had a lot of natural disasters. We understand insurance. We understand how pain in the butt insurance can be. Mr. Lee has mentioned being on the board and for the Contractors board, and Mr. Trent on the code board, that they are working hard to allow us to find ways to have those premiums come down, and they're working with the insurance company. Big things to come for 2026 in that area. But no oversight, no adjustments, and no responsibility once the ink dries for our competitors. So Thursday, we had a Barndominium Thursday talk. Let's go ahead and give a little info on that real fast. Site prep starts with clearing, leveling, and compacting the pad for long-term stability. Posts are set on concrete pads with post protectors for decades of protection. That post protector, you guys, again, that is the protector on the post. It is a piece of heavy-duty plastic that wraps around and it is stuck into the ground so the wood is not sitting directly on the concrete or against the dirt and allowing those microbes to attack the wood and cause rot quicker. In-house engineered trusses, double carriers, and 26-gauge metal create unmatched strength. This process finishes with a 6-inch, 4,000 psi microfiber reinforced slab, protective finishes, and a shell ready for custom interiors. And let's go ahead and hear a little clip from Thursday about Barndominiums.
All right, let's talk about Barndominiums. Preparing the land. And before we start that, let me tell you, if you're thinking about building a Barndominium, be careful about going to get somebody to design your plans who's not familiar with post-frame construction. You can spend a lot of money and come here or somewhere, wherever you go, and they got to redo the drawings. A stick frame will not work with post frame because the posts are put every either 8 foot, 10, whatever. So before you spend that money, and we have engineers and we have designers, we can do it for you. I see people coming with plans, and we got to completely redo the plans. Don't get caught there. That's the first thing I want to tell you about Barndominiums. Make sure whoever's doing it understands post-frame construction.
Mr. Tim, I see you caught our sneaky person peeking at the camera. If you didn't catch that, go back and rewatch that. It's pretty funny stuff. Peyton, stay off of camera, please. This is my job. So that's going to be our show. Thank you very much, Mr. Lee, for the great information on getting prepared to build your Barndominium, if that is the goal, the situation you were taking. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Again,